So looking at the observation guidelines, I direct your attention to the grading rubric. You'll notice that the grading rubric has different categories. The first category is developmental milestones are analyzed. So in order to ensure the thorough explanation of the developmental milestones, we have to first ask the question, what is a developmental milestone? Here's the definition that I'm going to give you. A milestone is a particular skill or ability that is expected at a certain age or around a certain age. A milestone could also be an important event that is expected to occur at a particular age or age range. Now, no matter which observation you are doing, you're going to be examining and reporting on the developmental milestone. Now, in the sample, the observation sample, that's the attachment sample, infancy attachment. In this case, the developmental milestone is attachment, or in this case, secure attachment. Now, how do I know this developmental milestone has been thoroughly looked at? Well, if you would, please turn to page 3 of the observation sample. Once you do, I ask you to look at question number 3 that reads, what signs of attachment did you observe in the child's behavior? For example, contact seeking, proximity seeking. So that is one particular question that pertains to that developmental milestone. So does the fourth question. What signs of attachment do you see in the caregiver's behavior? That's also important for that milestone of secure attachment. And question number 5 is also important because this one pertains to the caregiver possibly leaving the child alone temporarily, because it's important to look at the child's behavior. If the child's behavior is of a particular style, then we know there is secure attachment. And then finally, question number 6 pertains to the developmental milestone because you are making a judgment about whether the child is securely or insecurely attached, and you're giving relevant examples to support your assertion that the child is securely or insecurely attached. So that's developmental milestones. Then the second category is methodology, or in this case, the observation. Now, the observation needs to be written objectively. What does that mean? Well, in order for a paper to be objective, you cannot insert your own personal opinions or personal viewpoints or even information that becomes part of your personal knowledge having taken previous child development classes. It's objective only if you report on the behavior of the child that you observe. Okay, so if you do that, then you have handled that particular category. Then we have the conclusion. So the conclusion includes relevant examples and information flawlessly interpreted in relation to the child's development. So, how do we know the conclusion includes relevant examples? Well, the examples will support the developmental milestone. So if I see a sufficient number of examples, then I'll know that you've reached a satisfactory conclusion. So if you've got examples, then you've got a conclusion. Or more specifically, if you have examples of the developmental milestone being demonstrated, then you have a good conclusion. And then finally we have mechanics. Includes all the questions and answers from the questionnaire and written sufficiently in APA format. Now you'll notice in the sample how I've typed out question number 1 and the answer, question number 2 and the answer, question number 3 and the answer, and so forth. So question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. And then, of course, you know about APA formatting. You need to have a title page, an abstract, you need to have a running head, you need to have page numbers, and you need to have references at the very end. If you take care of all of this sufficiently, then there's no reason why you shouldn't get a perfect 70 points on the observation. If you have any questions, please let me know.